Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidima Igbinejan, and if you're seeing my face for the very first time, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Also turn on post notifications so that you get alerts whenever I post new interesting videos. If you're returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. Do not forget to hit the like button, comment, and also keep sharing my videos. So in today's video, basically I'm going to be ranting about my experience in getting foreign currency from the bank. Many people who work in Nigeria also get paid in foreign currency, and I am one of those people. So I'm going to be sharing with you how Nigerian banks showed me pepper. I'm not going to be mentioning any names, but basically I'm going to share my experience with you, and I also want to hear your own story so that if you guys have any advice for me or any ways I could probably make this process better, you guys can share with me. So if this is what you'll be interested in watching, please watch to the end of this video. Businesses today have gone past the point of expecting you to pay cash whenever people render services to you. Some people will tell you that they want you to pay in cash and also in their currency. But today, there are so many forms of payment. For some people, it could be gift cards, it could be bitcoins, it could just be transfers. It could be, there's so many ways people pay for the services that are rendered to them. So as a CV writer, I get to interact with many of my clients from all over the world, different countries, not just in Nigeria. So before now, whenever people have to pay me in foreign currency, I usually give them a Paystack link, so they pay me through Paystack. But my problem with Paystack then will be that the charges, by the time they remove all the charges, like sometimes I'll get charges of up to 1,000 naira. So take for example, I'm charging someone like 5,000 naira for a CV service, and Paystack is removing like 900 and something or 1k. Like that's a lot from my money. So I decided to explore other options. I decided to explore Flutterwave. I decided to explore Sendwave. So recently a client was trying to pay me in dollars, and I thought about it. I was like, which payment platform am I going to use? I've been using Paystack and it's not really that convenient for me, so I decided to try Flutterwave. I created an account on Flutterwave and I created a link and I shared it with the client, but for some reason the Flutterwave page was just bringing up an error message, so she wasn't able to pay me using Flutterwave. So she decided to use the mighty Sendwave. It seems like right now this is what many people use in sending money to Nigeria, either in the UK or in the US. So Sendwave seems to be the platform that is reigning. Like everybody knows Sendwave. Everybody's talking about Sendwave. So in like seconds, she sent the money through Sendwave, and yes, I got a notification that I had money that I had to pick up at the bank. So it listed a couple of banks that I could probably pick up the money from. They said about 4 banks: Zenith, Access, Fidelity, and GT. So in no particular order, I'm not going to be telling you which bank did what to me, but these were the banks that were available for me to pick up the funds. So I went to the first bank, and I was supposed to collect about, I think, $49 for the service. So when I went to the bank, the first bank told me that they did not have lower denomination, that they only had $100. They only had $50 and above. So that's $50 and $100. That's how much they could pay me. So I told the lady, like, I'm collecting $49, so what do you want me to do? And she says that if you have $1, if you can give me $1 in cash, I would give you $50 and you can go. And I was like, lady, I don't spend dollars. We're in Nigeria, I'm in Ibadan. So why would I just have $1 lying around? Like, I don't have need for it. And she was like, sorry, I can't help you. And not to talk of the fact that before I could even get into the bank, the queue, the security men were just using people to catch crews. Like, just come in smelling nice and wear agbada with a nice cap, and man, you're good to go. But if you just come in looking scruffy and you look like you don't have money to throw around, they just tell you, yeah, write your name and go and sit on that canopy there. So, but it seemed like they were giving special preferences to people who wanted to deal in foreign currency, because maybe tellers for foreign currency do not usually have queues in front of them. So I was allowed to go in like a few minutes after I arrived at the bank. So when I got in, they told me all the story about bringing $1 to collect $50, and I told the lady I didn't have $50. I was like, what if I pay you in the equivalent of $1 in naira, and you can just convert it and somehow just give me $50? And the lady was like, no, we can't do that. I was like, okay, so I left. So I had to start looking for these BDC people, these bureau de change people, those men that change money for you in foreign currency. I find that was like another day. I finally got to, excuse me, finally got to change the money, and I had my $1 in my hand, thinking that of course all this stress is going to end. Before now, I already received a notification from Sendwave telling me that if I did not pick up my money, if I didn't collect my money by the 28th of April, that the money will be reversed to the sender, and that it's gone like that. I was like, no, I have to do something about it. That was why I was even more ginger to go change the money, the $1, to give the bank so I could collect my $50. That was how I got to the bank again, that same bank, and I told them like, oh yes, I have my $1, please can I have my $50 now? And they were like, I'm like, what, why are you opening your mouth? The lady was like, we don't even have again. Like, what is wrong with you people on a Monday morning? Y'all just want to frustrate me. They're like, just go to another branch. So I went to another branch of that bank in another location. When I got there, the crowd I saw outside, I wasn't even willing to get through that crowd. I wasn't willing to try. I wasn't even willing to shout Sendwave from far so that they know that okay, it's Sendwave transaction that I'm trying to do. They'll probably say, hey, yeah, come in, your own case is special. I wasn't willing to come near all those people because they looked like they were even fighting at the security point. So I just turned around, and then I decided to visit another bank, not the same bank that I visited previously, a new bank altogether. So when I went there, there was no queue. I was like, okay, there was no queue outside the banking hall, but in the banking hall there was like very small queue, a moving queue anyways. So I went to the FX teller, the foreign exchange or foreign currency teller, and then I spoke to her and I told her I wanted to withdraw money from Sendwave, and then she said there was no foreign currency at all. Like they didn't have dollar, they didn't have pounds, they didn't have any currency at all. She just said come back by 2 o'clock. And even at that 2 o'clock, she wasn't even sure that she was going to have foreign currency, that the bank would have foreign currency by that time. It was just like a gamble or a guess, like just come back by 2 o'clock, maybe a miracle will happen. I was like, how do you guys do things like this in Nigeria? And then I left because at this point I was already tired. I was like, what kind of thing is this? I left, and then my husband just suggested to me that I should try a particular bank, and that particular bank, if I mention the name of this bank, you guys will know that this food, they can have crowd for Africa. Like their crowd can be spilling into the express, into the road. Like their crowd is massive. There is always a crowd, no matter where it is. If you like, let that crowd be let the bank be at the head office. There is always crowd in this particular bank. Everybody has an account to that bank, and I'm sure that you in Nigeria or probably outside Nigeria listening to me, watching this video, I'm sure you have an account to this particular bank. I don't need to say the name of the bank, but if you think you know the name of the bank, you can write it in the comment section. But shall be careful, let them not come for you. So this bank always has crowd, and then I went to the bank. Surprisingly, there was no queue outside, not even at the ATM point. Like everywhere looked normal. It wasn't a crazy house, it wasn't a madhouse as usual. I was like, wow, okay. And then I went into the bank. The banking hall had its queue for those who were going to withdraw money. The teller point and the customer service point, they always had their queues, but nothing out of this world. It wasn't so bad. I was like, wow, okay. So I met the first person I saw when I got into the bank, and I asked him for the FX teller where I could withdraw foreign currency. So I went to the lady. I was directed to a particular lady, and when I went to meet her, I told her what I wanted to do. And then she said that she doesn't have, that she could pay me $40 in cash, but she didn't have lower denomination to pay me $9. And then I told her that I already have $1 here, just in case you want to pay me $50, I'll just give you the $1. And she was like, no need for that, but that there's something she could do about it. She said, I'll probably just convert the $9 to Naira and pay it into your account if you have an account with us. In my mind, I'm like, is there anybody that doesn't have an account with you guys? Of course, I told her yes, I had an account with them. I said no problem, that she needed to get approval from her boss. I don't know her name, but that lady was so nice. She was so helpful. She's really, in fact, she was everything to me that yesterday. So it took a while for her boss to come out before she could get approval from him. And finally, I think once he came and she presented the matter to him, he was like, he just waved his hand like, go ahead. I was like, wow. Finally, like, I'm going to get this money. Like, I've done this work like since to get my payments was not a problem. Anyway, so I was directed to another teller to go and do a BVN verification, basically to get a BVN printout And once I got my BVN printouts, I went back to the FX teller. I had to do some thumb printing, and I was given a form to fill, and of course I was paid the money. I spent like almost an hour there because of course we're waiting for her boss to come out, but the lady herself, she was basically doing everything possible to make the process seamless. So finally I got to withdraw my money, and then she paid the Naira equivalent of $9 into my account, along with the cashback, the $1 cashback for, what's that thing they call it, for each, I think, yes, the 5 Naira cashback for each dollar paid into your account, which amounted to like 245 Naira. So yes, it was paid into my account, and that was how I got my money and I left. Nigerian banks will frustrate you. So if you're a freelancer working in Nigeria, basically, how can you receive payments in foreign currency without going through so much stress? Because I don't think I want to go to the bank. I don't want to do a cash pickup for foreign currency transactions, and I have issues using Paystack because of their charges. And then Flutterwave, that claims that they do such transactions, for some reason did not come through for me in this time. So I want to know, how do you guys receive your payments in foreign currency if you live outside Nigeria? It would help a lot of us who work from home, a lot of us who are freelancers and have no other choice but to receive our money, our payments in foreign currency. My first experience with Sendwave was not a nice one, not necessarily because Sendwave is a bad payment company. No, that's not the issue. The issue is actually here in Nigeria, because when we have to do cash pickups at the bank, we know what we face at the bank. We know the queues we face at the bank. Sometimes we face rude security men, we face rude tellers, and basically rude bank staff. Sometimes you go to different branches, they're nice to you. You go to another branch of the same bank, and everybody there is just going crazy and talking to you anyhow because they know that you are their mercy. I've worked in a bank before, and I don't think I ever had a reason to be rude to customers. I don't think I ever had a reason to just deliberately frustrate customers because I felt like they were my mercy and I had the opportunity to do, or the power to do anything, or to show off and just treat people anyhow. But that's just for another day. I just want to know how people can receive foreign currency without necessarily going to the bank or stressing too much. So if you know of any applications, any other means basically that people can get their payments in foreign currency and not have to stress too much, I'm very interested. Put it in the comment section if you've had experiences like this. Put it in the comment section so that people who are watching this video and people who are reading the comments can also learn from this. On this note, this is where I am going to end my talk for today, and I'll see you in another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.